Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Siren Frost, and today I'm doing a deck profile update for you guys, featuring the Aquaforce Blue Storm Legion / Stride build. Not much, I guess nothing much has changed, just maybe a little bit more here and there, little tweaks here and there. The G unit is still the same though. The G zone is still the same because my broke ass cannot afford Lambros and all the good stuff. So for now, I'm just doing this as a, I don't know if you can call this budget, but it's considered, not a bad deck either. So let's get started. So my starting Vanguard is Blue Storm Cadet Ianis. I guess he's a Forerunner, of course, and his active skill is put into your soul as a cost. Choose one of your Vanguards and get this ability. Vanguard, Blast 1. When this unit attacks, and if your attacks a Vanguard, if this unit is Legion, and if it's the fourth attack of the turn, fourth attack of turn or more, you may pay the cost. If you do, draw a card and choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. So I guess as long as your Vanguard's in Legion, you get the skill. You draw, if the attacks a Vanguard, of course, you may draw a card and also choose one of his rear guards and retire it. So I'm a little iffy about the starter, but I guess in the Legion format, he was actually the most notorious for. So I can't really complain that much because I'm still learning more about Aquaforce little by little, especially the multiple attacks. For triggered lineups, this is a 12 crit deck, of course. This is going to be 4 copies of the new Blue Storm Medical Officer of the Blue Storm Fleet, which I love the artwork. At first I thought she was a mermaid, but wishful thinking, right? Next we play 4 copies of Blue Storm Battleship Wadatsumi, 4 copies of Blue Storm Soldier Missile Trooper, and the Undamaged Flippers Supersonic Sailor as the 4th one. And of course, when all you gotta do is put him in his soul, and you countercharge 1. So, and since this deck's pretty much counterblast heavy, counterblast heavy, maybe that's not really a bad thing to have him in there. Next, for grade 1s, we're playing 4 copies of Blue Storm Battle Princess Crysta Elizabeth. What she does is that whenever she's boosted a unit, as long as Vanguard has, if I have an Aquaforce Vanguard, all I have to do is to a special counterblast 1 card with Blue Storm in its name, and I can, I hate the lighting so much here. I can choose one card from my hand and Superior Call-Up, just as long as it's an Aquaforce unit, which of course everything here is Aquaforce, so that's a free Superior Call right there. So she just adds a little bit more power, a little bit more of a multiple attacks at a turn, and all it takes is just a Blue Storm counterblasting, which is most of my deck is what it's about. Next, we're playing 4 of the Perfect Guards, Blue Storm Battle Princess Electra. I so wish I had Plateau, the G Perfect Guard that does countercharging, because this deck really does counterblast a lot. But nobody's not willing to fork them over because Aquaforce is considered to be one of the bandwagon decks now, which is kind of sad because I know some people who play it, and they kind of lost that honor for some reason. Some of them, not all. So for now, I'm using Electra until I get the newer G Perfect Guards. So, yep. And then finally, for the last Blue Storm support, we got 2 of the Penguins. We got Pinky! What Pinky does is, if it's a 3rd attack or more on wave 3 or more, when an attack hits a Vanguard during the battle, if it's that unit is boosted, and if you have a Vanguard with Blue Storm in its name, search your deck for up to 1 grade 3 card with the Legion ability, reveal it to your opponent, add your hand, shuffle your deck. Reveal, add, and shuffle. So that's what Pengy does. I'm going to call him now Little Pengy because he's a penguin and Pengy is a cutie. And last but not least, we're playing 4 copies of Kelpie Rider Nikki, who is also the Stride enabler for Aquaforce. Search out Savas, not Thavas, Savas, whatever the hell you want to call him, Savas, whatever. But anyways, he's just in there for extra stride power, just in case if you don't want to waste your grade 3s or grade 2s or grade 1s, you know, all that easy stuff. For grade 2, we're playing one of the main legions is the Blue Storm Marine General Starless. He's there in there for the 9k attack boost, and also his skill is in the rear guard. When this unit attacks the vanguard, if your opponent is legion, and if it's the first battle of that turn, this unit gets plus 3,000, so he'll be a 12k attacker. And to the end of that battle, and at the end of the battle, choose another of your rear guards in the same column as this unit, and exchange positions with this unit. So you may have to put a grade 3 in the bot behind him, sadly enough, but unless you want to put in Tidal Assault, you know, I don't think this deck here doesn't require a Tidal, so that's just me saying. But yep, he's in there for just the extra attacks as long as the first battle of the turn. Next we got 4 copies of Blue Storm Marine General Ianis. Ian. I'm gonna call him Ian for short. When this unit attack hits the vanguard, if it's the third battle turn or more, draw a card. So he basically helps you draw a free card from the deck. So as long as the attack hits the vanguard. So that's why it's so good about him. And then finally we have 3 copies of Blue Storm Battle Princess Lympia. If it's a third attack or more, on a third attack or more, when she counterblasts, when this unit attacks a vanguard, as long as my vanguard's in legion, I can draw a card and give this unit plus 3,000. So it has to attack a vanguard in order to do that. So 1, your vanguard has to be in legion, and 2, you have to have if it's a third battle of the turn or more. So I know for most of you Aqua Force players, maybe you can teach me a little bit more about, you know, multiple attacks, and if you think stand triggers are the best option. But that's just me. And then for grade 3, we're playing the main boss, Blue Storm Wave Dragon, Tetra-Burst Dragon. I think I kind of like him a lot more in the Blue Storm series because Maelstrom, I just don't have a good connection with Maelstrom at all. I really don't. And I forgot his skill, and I can't see straight, so hold on a second. So his auto ability is, when this unit attacks a vanguard, if this unit is legion, and if it's the 4th battle turn or more, you may pay the cost. And if you do, this unit gets plus 5,000 and plus 1 critical at the end of the battle. When this unit attacks the vanguard, if you have another unit in your middle column, this unit gets plus 3,000 in the turn in that battle. So he'll be basically a 14k attacker by himself. And if you have another one in legion, he'll be just 23,000 attacker vanguard. So, and unless you can do a 4th battle of the turn, which some people can do it very much well, and then he'll be a 28,000 attacker plus 2 critical. So that's why he's kind of a bit of a good thing. And I'm maybe thinking about putting stand triggers in the deck just to get that little engine going, but we'll see what happens. For last, the grade 3, we're playing 4 copies of Blue Storm Marine General Zaharias, who is partnered with Ian. And his ability is, sorry, I just can't read some cards sometimes. His auto skill is Counterblast 1. When this unit's drive check, and it happens only in the Vanguard circle. When this unit's drive check reveals a card with the same name as a card in your Vanguard circle, if this unit is in Legion, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose up to 2 of your rear guards, stand them, and notice unit gets plus 5,000 in that battle. So this will add a little bit more pressure points to multiple attacks. Also, with an active skill, Counterblast 1, this unit gets plus 2,000 in the turn. So I guess for each Counterblast you can give that fucker like 8,000 power, and it wouldn't be a bigger problem. But, you know, I really haven't completely tested this deck out, so it's right now currently in testing phase. But we'll see how it goes in the next tournaments or so, maybe tomorrow. Next for GS, we're playing 4 copies of Marine General of Heli Silk Aristotle. Aristotle's skill is, if it's a 3rd attack or more, Counterblast 1. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. As long as the 3rd battle turn or more. So basically, if you want to get that strategy pulled off, you may have to attack both your rear guards in order to get that ability off. Which may not be a problem if you have stand triggers, so, you know, I will one of these times try stand triggers, guys. I'm not gonna make that shit up. So yeah, he's just a generic stride for Aqua Force. And then finally, we're playing 4 copies of Marine General of Heavenly Scales Tidal Born Dragon. And he's just a generic stride as well. Most of them are very generic. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, if it's the 3rd battle turn or more, draw a card and choose one of your opponent, 1 card from your hand and Superior Call it. And that's just adds a bit more Superior Calling, so that's all I can probably just say at the deck right now. So guys, that is basically the updated version of Blue Storm Legion / Stride for the Aqua Force deck profile. I'm still, like I said, I'm still in the testing phase of Aqua Force and seeing if I can get a little better with this clan. And you know, it is what it is. If it doesn't, then it is what it is. Anyways, guys, alright guys, and that's all I'm gonna say right now because I am having a little bit of speech problem. And I really need to get some sleep. So I figure I just get this deck profile up and running and show you guys what the updated version is. And as always, guys, there's always gonna be there's a deck list in the description down below. Feel free to go check that out. And with that being said and done, thank you guys for watching so much, and thank you for your support. It makes me happy to, you know, it makes me happy to know that you guys actually care about what I say and feel and doing deck profiles like a mothercracker. And yeah, so don't forget to subscribe, like this video, thumbs up for it, and leave your comments down below. And like I said, guys, there will be a full deck list down the bottom in the description down below. So you guys can feel free to check out that list and see what I can do, make the changes of, and yeah. Anyways, guys, this is Siren Frost signing out. Have a good night.